I've been looking at a few plants that we've got in house, and we've got one of these really nice looking little plants. That's a peace lily, and it's grown really well since we got it. But at the moment we've got this going off. It's outgrown this pot, roots are coming out at bottom, and that's only going to cause this plant problems. So we need to take it out and move it on. So I'll just get it out carefully, because these roots are actually wrapped around each other. Now that's what you call root bound. So it definitely needs a bit of an help. When I usually move these on, I'll pull all these roots away from the bottom, completely untangle them. Because if you don't, they can still continue that cycle in a bigger pot of just going round and round. So you're always better to pull the roots away. You're not going to hurt the plant. So you end up with that. That's going to be much more beneficial. And then we just need a bigger pot. And this one's a good size for that plant for two reasons. Because we sit it inside this container, because it looks nice and decorative, rather than having it in house. It's nice to just drop that inside. And the good thing about this pot is it fits in here, but it doesn't hit the bottom. That lip is holding it up away from the bottom of here, which is a good thing because these don't have holes in the bottom. So by doing that, you're giving that plant better drainage. You never want your house plants sat in water, because them roots will rot. And because it's quite a big plant as well, we need to seat it in there and try and keep it below that rim as well. So that'll push down now and it'll go just below that rim, which is exactly where we want it. And then we need to just infill around this plant to get that compost down sides. And we'll just give it a shake so it settles itself down. And then just keep pressing it in around edges, so we know that that compost is going right down to the bottom. Then we can get some more in, and same again. That looks a lot better in this bigger pot now, and we can just drop it in that one. And then I like to add a little bit of feed to it. This is just basic, all-purpose plant food. So I just sprinkle a few of these beads around edges. Just bury them in soil a little bit as well. The compost that we've put it in was quite dry, so if you just give it a little bit of a water, that's fine. You know when your houseplants need watering because of these just start to fall down. And that's a peace lily with a brand new lease of life, and it can stay in that pot now for quite a long time. These plants, on the other hand, are a little bit different. These are spider plants, and I'm sure you've seen them before, but as they grow, they start to produce these little baby plants that hang outside, which looks okay when you've got it high up somewhere, but after a while it gets to be too much. So what you need to do with those is cut them off and replant them and get yourself some brand new plants. But you also need to get these baby plants growing their own roots first. The first thing you need to do is separate it from this main stem. So we'll just cut that off, just there, and then you can get rid of this plant. So now you're just left with this. And this is more than just one plant. You can see there where it joins to another plant, so just snip that off and then you've got two. And then that's the base of your plant, so that needs to be put in water for it to grow. Any broken leaves or dying ones, you can just take those off. So basically I'm just going to bunch it up like that. So all I'll do with that is I'll take one of these old salmon spread jars and I'll pop it in that and leave it. And then we'll put some water in. That's fine. Just enough so it's covering the bottom of this plant. Because if you do it much more than that, all this is going to start to rot. And we've got two brand new baby plants to grow on. If you're interested in seeing what else we do in future, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and we'll see you on next upload. Take care.